they're three Colombian girls. It's another guy. If you want to join in too, they just pick a subject and talk about it. We were talking about music.
Nice. I mean, on a 2-hour practice, that's cool.
Yeah, they would speak slowly in Spanish what their jobs were, and I was able to pick up the words. So my comprehension is getting better.
So what do they do for a living?
Well, Daniela works for Baselang. One girl works at a call center answering phones for a business. I guess a receptionist. Another one's a psychologist.
Nice. I like psychologists. Nice. I mean, that's a very good idea. That's a very good idea. That will help you improve your skills very, very much.
I sent you that song because that song. It's by the Mavericks. I forgot the Spanish. That they sing that the Mavericks sing all their songs in Spanish and English.
Okay.
So in English, it's called "Come Unto Me."
Come Unto Me.
Yeah, and then in Spanish, what was it? Something H. Joy.
It's got to be something like "Ven a mí." I mean, that's how I would translate it. Yeah.
But that guy has a great voice.
Yeah. So, double checking. It's Castle 2, right?
Yeah, I'm in Castle 2. I'm on Activity 3.
Activity 3. Okay,
yeah,
so what situation would you like to work on today to improve? So we've got shopping, activities 2, meetings 2, shopping 2. So which would you like to work on a little bit more to be more confident?
Let's do activities 2.
Okay.
Actividad 2.
Actividad 2, yeah. Let's see how you do. As a matter of fact, next in our next session, our next session is going to be on Monday. Well, next one will be on Saturday, right. but then on Monday, right?
Yeah.
So I'll try to arrange that lesson with another student if you don't mind.
Yeah, not at all.
No? Okay, she's Chinese and she's in the same level as you are, so I figure that you might probably enjoy having someone else studying with you.
Okay.
So let's do this one. How would you translate Alex can run really fast?
Alex
puede yep
correr
rápido. Nice. What's the translation of the other two words, 14 and realmente?
14 is that 13?
14.
14, okay.
Yeah. And realmente?
Really,
yes. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, really.
Oh.
Realmente.
Okay.
Yeah, I missed it.
You got all the words in there. All right.
Yeah. So this one, pronunciation after me. Ellos están ocupados.
Ocupados.
Ahora mismo.
Ahora mismo.
Yeah, so what's the translation of this one?
Are they busy? Are they busy right now?
Right now, yes. How do you say come?
Oh. Var?
Venir.
Venir.
Yes, venir, like this.
Okay.
Venir.
I'll write that down in my notebook. Every time I forget a word, I write it down again.
Definitely a good idea. Yeah, that's what I do as well with the knowledge that I'm learning these days. Like I've filled up about 3 big notebooks.
Yeah.
And I'm about to fill the 4th one. So,
Okay.
how do you say drive?
Oh. Conductor.
So that would be the driver,
Okay.
conductor. Conductor is the driver, but the verb would be conducir.
Okay.
Conducir or manejar.
All right.
Okay, manejar, conducir, you can use either one for a car or for a motorcycle.
All right.
But, how do you say but?
Oh. Pero.
Pero. Now, there is an exception for that. As in, I don't teach you French, but Spanish. So how would you say that in Spanish? How would you translate that sentence? I don't teach you French, but Spanish.
I forgot.
Okay. So that would be, I don't teach you, would be no te enseño.
No te enseño.
Francés.
Francés.
Sino, so the translation of but is sino in this case, because we're kind of contrasting ideas, so to speak. So when you're using but in this sort of sentences, it's this is when you should translate it as sino.
All right.
Sino español.
Okay.
So let's do the pronunciation. No te enseño francés.
No te enseño francés.
Enseño francés.
Enseño francés.
Sino español.
Sino español.
Nice. Okay, so the next one, my friend can run really fast.
Mi amiga. Puede.
Puede.
Puede. Correr.
Correr.
Muy rápido.
Mi amiga, oh wait, mi amiga puede correr muy rápido. Yes. What's the translation of the word azul?
Blue.
Blue, yes. That's the name of the dog that lives here in the country house that I moved to.
Yeah,
it's a white. What?
There's an old country song called My Dog Blue. That's
Okay.
Americans named their dog Blue.
Okay, I need to listen to it. It'll fit right perfect.
Okay.
So how do you say this one in English? How do you translate él está ocupado hoy?
Él está ocupado hoy.
Ocupado.
Ocupado.
Yeah, so what's the translation of that?
He is busy now.
Is busy now.
Busy today.
Today, yes.
He's busy.
How do you say party in Spanish?
Fiesta.
Yes, and tonight?
Noche or esta noche?
Esta noche, yeah, that would be esta noche. And just noche would be night. How about come?
Venir.
Venir and walk.
Correr.
That's to run.
Okay.
But walk is caminar. So for example, I'm actually I'm watching the series The Walking Dead. Have you watched it before?
Yeah, I got bored with it after a while.
Yeah, I was very into it. I was very engaged with it, but I stopped watching it because the new seasons hadn't been launched back then, and I started watching it back again. And I'm kind of watching it to practice some English and to spend some time to, how do you say that? Yeah, just to spend some time.
Spend some time, yeah.
Yeah, and I really like it because the English that's used in that series is like very hard to understand. Like I've been studying and teaching this for about 10 years now, and I mean it's really hard to understand some of the characters who are acting on that series because I don't know, it's like so weird. Like they speak very quick, but at the same time their tone is like very low. So I really need to be very focused on what they're saying because otherwise I wouldn't be able to understand them. So it's a good practice.
Okay.
So the title of that series is The Walking Dead. In Spanish is El Muerto Viviente. So the thing is that in Spanish we don't say The Walking Dead, but we say The Living Dead.
The Living Dead.
Yeah, El Muerto Viviente. Yeah, that's how we call them. Let's continue then.
Okay.
Can you walk to work? How do you translate this?
Tú
Mm-hmm.
puedes
Yes.
caminar
Caminar. Yes.
al
Mm-hmm.
trabajo.
Al trabajo. Let's do it again. Tú puedes
Tú puedes
caminar al trabajo.
caminar al trabajo.
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 Yeah, so let's see if you remember this. What's the translation of esposas into English?
Handcuffs.
Handcuffs or wives?
Wives, yeah.
Either one.
Or wedding rings.
Wedding rings?
That's a
Wedding
joke.
rings. Okay. Wedding rings.
A wedding
Okay.
ring's like a little chain. It's
Right. Okay. By the way, have you ever been married?
No, I was never married.
You were never married.
I was
Yeah,
sick for a long time, and my life crashed and burned. And there's a good quote that says, Eddie Murphy brought this up. I'll send you a link, but it says, "When we're all children, children are loved unconditionally,
mm-hmm.
but as we get older, boys have to prove themselves."
Yeah, that's an accurate statement.
The girl can be pretty and dumb and not work, and guys will approach her, ask her out. But we as men, we have to make something of ourselves.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
and parents understand that. Women don't understand that. You know, I was sick for a long time, so I really didn't have anything to bring to the table. It was just, and I have a friend, and we sat down one time. He has emotional issues. He has a low IQ. He's overweight. And we're talking one night. He says, "I'm probably going to never get married," and it's just true. It's sad for him. But sometimes you have to. But sometimes there's just people who should never get married anyway. But I'm too old to get married. I'm never getting married, but I still like to get down there. Maybe meet another nice girl like Diana and just hang out.
You know what like regarding what you said, like we need to prove ourselves. That's actually the reason why I sort of already decided not to do it, because it's like, what's the fucking point if like I have actually thought about that case scenario that you are telling me about your life, that okay, you fall into a very shitty illness, and then what happens? The freaking title of a marriage, it's all gone. So I mean, like you weren't married. I mean, as I kind of, like, if I understood well, you kind of had something, but you weren't married at the time, right?
I was never married because I got sick. Best time to meet a woman is before she turns 30. And I was sick when by the time I figured out, get a house, get dating. And when I started really getting more dating serious in my late 30s, and there was nothing out there. The crazy women, women who were divorced, women who had kids with no dads around.
I mean, the reality is that 97% of them are just as fucked up as guys. Now, they're lucky because if they're beautiful, what you're saying, like, I mean, we're visual creatures, especially guys. Like, we men, we are visual creatures. And if a woman is hot but fucked up, we kind of like, well, like I can do that. Like that can work. It can work.
And I gotta say too, being an American, and maybe because I got a little more money than local guys, the chicas want to hang out with me.
Right.
But I'm not a sex tourist. So last time I went there in 2015, Deanna was supposed to meet me and hang out. If she stayed with me, I was going to offer a fiance visa or have her come back to the United States with me. But I think she met someone else because I was too slow with that. But that's the last time I'm ever going to get close to getting married.
Well, I have realized that the title, I mean, it's just a cultural society thing.
Yeah.
Like because I mean, how many fucked up marriages do you know?
Yeah.
I mean, probably more than you can count. So
yeah, half of all marriages end in divorce, and many of them aren't happy. Even my grandparents slept in separate beds, and my grandfather had a shed in the backyard when he had a TV and a refrigerator and smoked cigars. So even I think they stayed together. I know he loved her, but at the same time, I think she just annoyed him too much.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you have a look at the statistics, you realize that I mean the divorce rate is over 65%. I mean, with this pandemic, probably 85%.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's I've been thinking about it. I'm like, shit. I mean, having fun is a purpose, being happy, and the rest of it is just bullshit. So
yeah.
Okay, so let's continue. How do you say this one?
I'll send you that thing later. That's pretty good. The quote.
Okay.
Right. Let's go on.
So this one, can you walk to work?
See, we did one. Te puedes.
Tú puedes.
Tú puedes. Caminar. Trabajo. Trabajo. Yes. Bien.
Nice. Let's see this one. Is he running fast? How do you say this in Spanish?
Oh. I get the verbs together.
Is he running fast?
I got to get my verb sheet. It's code.
So how do you say is he?
But he is.
Él está.
Él está.
Running.
Corriendo. Okay. That got me my conjugations. Rápido.
Nice. Él está corriendo rápido. Good. Let's do the next one. Anna can't swim fast. How do you say this based on the words given down the screen?
Anna, no. Puede. Nadar. Rápido.
What's hoy in English?
Today,
yes. He can't drive.
Él, no.
Yes.
Puede.
Conducir. Nice. Again. Él no puede.
Él no puede.
Conducir.
What's
the translation of the word por?
For?
Yeah, it can also be to or by, by.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can also be the translation for because of. Like
porque, yeah.
Yeah, because of whatever, because of the weather. So if you were to translate that, you should say por el clima.
Yeah.
And supermercado?
Supermarket.
Supermarket, yes. So I'm sorry I can't come.
Mhm.
How would you say this in Spanish?
Lo siento,
Mm-hmm.
yo no
Mm-hmm.
puedo ir.
Good. Yes. How do you say Mexico in Spanish?
Mexico.
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 Yeah, like sort of like the X sounds like an H. Mexico.
Mexico.
Yes, Mexico. Good. Um, they're not running very fast.
Ellos no
Mhm. Yeah.
están
Mm-hmm.
corriendo
Yeah.
muy rápido.
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 So what's the translation of vaso?
Is that a glass?
Yeah, it can be a glass where you power. What's the word? Power water in. Pour water in.
A
Well,
vase?
no, a vase. A vase is where you put the flowers, isn't
Right.
it? Yeah. So
Yeah.
no, a vase. A vase in Spanish is florero.
Florida, that's right, yeah. So where you put
Yeah.
flowers.
Yeah,
Right.
that's where you put flowers, and vaso is the glass. It can also be a mug, like
A mug,
if you
a coffee mug, yeah.
yeah, if you meant that a mug, then you should say like in Spanish it would be like a glass with an ear.
Yeah.
So that would be kind of un vaso con orejita with a small ear.
Eh,
So that's a mug.
Okay.
So they're not running very fast. Ellos no están corriendo muy rápido. So I can't walk very fast. How would you say this in Spanish?
Yo no
Mm-hmm.
puedo
Yeah.
caminar
Mm-hmm.
muy rápido.
Nice. What's the translation of nuevo?
New?
Yeah. Good. How do you say old?
Oh, man. Oh. Have to give me that one again.
Okay. So old is viejo. How do you say young?
Joven?
So remember that J's in Spanish sound like an H. So
Oven.
joven, exactly.
Oven.
Yeah. Like as a matter of fact, when in English we say like when you're kind of making a point to a very younger person, like that you call them, hey kid, you need to do this or that, that you probably say, I don't know, but I've heard it that sometimes you might say it that you're kind of making the point that the guy or the boy that he needs to grow up,
Yeah.
even if he's my age, but just the fact that you're probably double my age,
Right.
then you just call me kid because you're kind of giving me an advice.
Right.
So in Spanish, this is what Colombian old people say when they mean, hey kid, do this or that, or I recommend you do this. Then they wouldn't say kid, they would say joven.
Oven.
Yeah. So let's continue. Can I get there by bus?
Joe Puedo.
Yeah.
Ugar.
Llegar
Egar.
allá.
Aja.
Mm-hmm.
And autobus.
Yeah. You can also say bus
Bus.
in Spanish.
Yeah.
What's the translation of nueve?
Is that 9?
9. Yeah, it's tricky because it can be confused to for nuevo, which is new.
Yeah. I just
Can I
remember
get
the
there
zero
by
on the end. Yeah.
what?
Well, I remember Nuevo has a letter O on the end, so
Yeah, exactly.
I figured out.
So this one, how do you translate? Can I get there by train?
Yo puedo
Mm-hmm.
lugar,
Llegar
llegar, ella,
allá.
allá,
Mhm.
and tron,
En tren.
and tren.
Let's do it again with a question tone. So yo puedo llegar
Yo puedo llegar,
allá
allá,
en tren.
and train, and tren.
Yes. What's the translation of the two words on the screen? Zapatos,
Zapatos is shoes.
shoes, and baños.
Baños is bathrooms.
Yes. There is this other word. How do you call trainers? I think it's the word that you use for like very light shoes to do sport or to run,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
I have training shoes or trainers. Yeah.
Is there any difference between trainers and sneakers?
What? I'm gonna call them training shoes. I need to get back to the gym, but
Okay. So
sneakers,
those.
we call them tennis shoes or sneakers.
Okay.
And people
So
running shoes, trainers, the ones you like train at the gym.
in Spanish we call them tenis.
Tennis. Right.
Yeah, that would be the word for the two of them.
Yeah.
If you mean just one, you would erase one and like, hey, I don't find my right tenny or my left tenny. So that would be the singular and the plural would be tenis. Okay, so puedo, okay, yo puedo llegar allá en tren. This one, I'm not busy this morning. How do you say this one in Spanish?
Yo no
Mm-hmm.
estoy
Yeah.
ocupado
Ocupado
mañana.
this.
Esta mañana. Oh, yes, right. You got to put the word this. Okay.
Yeah, so let's do it again. Repeat after me. Yo no estoy
Yo no estoy
ocupado
ocupado
esta mañana.
esta mañana.
Nice. Can he drive a car?
Él puede
Él puede.
puede
Conducir.
conducir un automóvil.
Un automóvil.
Un automóvil.
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 Móvil.
Automóvil.
Yeah, so what's the translation of the word on the screen, niños?
Boys or children?
Boys. Or children, yes, or kids.
Kids.
How about this one? I want to come to the party, but I can't.
Yo puedo.
Yo quiero.
Okay, I want you. Yo quiero ir la fiesta.
To the would be a la fiesta.
A la fiesta. Okay, to the, right.
But
pero no puedo.
Perfect. This one, can she run fast?
Ellos correr.
Puede.
O puede correr. Rápido.
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 What's the translation of the two words on the screen?
Mesas, tables.
Yes, and cálido.
Cálido. Use again.
So cálido is warm.
All right.
Cálido. Okay.
Yes.
So,
I'll write that down again. Right.
yes. So warm, cálido, or you could also say tibio.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I would say it's more like tibio because in English we don't say. Yeah, I would say that is tibio.
Okay.
It's like it's not like very hot, but it's like cozily hot. So this one, how about this one? How would you translate Alex can run really fast?
Alex
Mm-hmm.
puede
Mm-hmm.
correr
Yep.
rápido realmente.
Realmente rápido.
Realmente rápido. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll talk to you on Saturday.
Right.
Well, I mean, what time could you do on Saturday?
Right now, yes, actually Saturday in the afternoon, like around noon your time or 1 o'clock your time, because I'm meeting a friend from high school for drinks Saturday evening.
That would be, yeah, that would
Or
work
even
perfect.
earlier,
So
you can check your schedule. I mean, I can do it sábado esta mañana, and Saturday morning.
well, 12 p.m. is perfect, to be
Okay.
honest.
That's your
12
12
p.m.
p.m.
on Saturday, my 12 p.m. Yes,
Okay.
Colombian time. So I'll talk to you then.
That's 11 a.m. p.m. Okay, all right.
You know what? As a matter of fact, I've got another student who's taking an 11 lesson. If you want to join, can you do that time?
Yeah, sure.
11 a.m. Colombian time.
All right.
Okay, so I'll talk to you then, Mark.
Okay.
Okay, have a nice one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.